What's up, everybody? Welcome aboard to Bubba's Bottom Line, and this is our new feature we'll do daily. It's Monday, September the 11th, and this is our closing market report for the day. And of course, if you watched the market, you saw that we gapped open higher overnight and never looked back. Markets made new records in the S&P, new records in the NASDAQ, within about 80 or 90 points in the Dow. Much to my amazement that we continue to go higher, but I think what you really saw was a relief rally based on the hurricane in Florida was not as bad as was expected, and B, there was nothing out of North Korea this weekend. The reason the hurricane was good, or the reason that the hurricane not as strong as expected, is because the insurers, which are financial institutions, and then the reinsurers, the ones who insure the insurers, have a very big pot of dough waiting, and they're not going to be stressed out to have to pay out these claims that are coming. So the markets had a reaction that said, okay, we're going to go higher. And of course, that's what we saw. The markets immediately went up and continued up. But by the end of the day, after the initial burst in the morning, the markets were pretty much flat the rest of the day, although much higher. The gold markets sold off a little bit, and of course, not to be totally unexpected. Gold had reached 1362 on Thursday night, Friday morning. 1370 was our first target, 1377, and we sold off. We're now down just around the support level in gold. Same with silver, that sold off a little bit as well. I think it's interesting to note the Treasury bonds finally had a little bit of selling pressure, which pushed up 10 and 30-year yields. Now, I think that will continue. And of course, oil had a little bit of a bounce as well. But again, when you look at the bigger picture, when you look at the markets from a bigger picture, we believe that interest rates are eventually going to rise. So Treasury bonds should fall, all right? And I think that the rally we've seen the last few days has been pretty much ridiculous. So they fell a little bit today. Oil, after Friday's pounding, a small rally is not to be unexpected. I think if you're looking, you would be a seller of oil at $49 a barrel. Gold, if we can hold down here in the 1330, 1340 area, you'd probably look to be a buyer there. The rest of the markets, I don't see how you could want to buy into equities. I think that obviously there's ones you could look at individually that might be an opportunity, but generally the bigger picture is I think equities are extremely overvalued. I think we're seeing a bubble. I think there's a lot of issues here that need to be solved. But in the meantime, one of the things that keeps the markets going higher is we will call the cheap money. I mean, that's really the big deal here, is that money is still cheap, so it's still pouring in to the market with the lack of any place else to go. Now, this market was, virtually globally. We've had markets up across the globe. And of course, one of the things we have here is we know that the central banks and the governments are all buying securities, so that makes it harder for the markets to sell off. Now, again, we're going to see at some point a market that will sell off, and we're certainly not going to tell you to sell them today. We are going to continue to watch and look for opportunity and look at individual stocks. I think if you highlight and look at some of the key things, Amazon is basically in correction territory now. Google is getting close. Apple had a nice bounce with their iPhone 10 due out tomorrow on Tuesday. But overall, very quiet, almost a non-event day other than the fact that we were up a lot. But really, nothing to get too excited about. Volume was extremely light. The VIX volatility continues to get crushed. However, we have made new highs in a couple of the markets, but we have not made new lows in the VIX. Things to keep your eyes on. And again, we're going to just do this on a daily basis, give you a little bit of a rundown. And if we see anything special, we'll tell you. So for today, look to be a seller of oil at about $49 a barrel. look to be a buyer of gold. If we can hold this 1330, I would probably wait till tomorrow's update to see how that did. Farmers, you've got a USDA report coming out tomorrow on grains. Many people are very concerned and think that there's going to be a big deal here. I'm personally going to go into the reports long long wheat and long corn. But that'll do it for today. And again, we'll keep you posted every single day right here at Bubba's Bottom Line. And if we have anything special, we'll always bring it up to you. But we will do this on a daily basis. And of course, we'll do our weekly show on the weekends. That'll do it for today. This is Bubba's Bottom Line. Todd Bubba Horwitz. Make sure you check out the Bubba Show every single day at libertytalk.fm, 2 to 3 Eastern Time. I appreciate your time. Thanks for being here. We'll see you back here next time right here on Bubba's Bottom Line. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much.